welcome back to this World of Warcraft Let's Play. You're Sambo, and joining us, as always, is Seraphis, our level 40 Worgen Mage. Say g'day, Seraphis.
Our fates are intertwined.
Our fates are indeed intertwined, as we are here in Firestone Pont in the good old Southern Barrens. We're intertwining with the locals from the Earthen Ring here, and of course, if you joined us in the last episode, you'll remember we made our way here, and we've got a couple of quests to hand in, and a couple to pick up as well. If we have a look at the map, just to refresh you so you know where we're talking about, we've come all the way down here in the Southern Barrens again. Now that it's split up into two, we've got the northern up the top obviously, and the southern. All of this split down the middle by this chasm of fire here, thanks to the cataclysm, which has changed things forever. Of course, we've still got the good old Southern Barrens feel down here as we made our way down through the overgrowth, and of course recently in Fort Triumph down at the Battle Scar, where the Horde and the Alliance are having a raging battle, just like the good old days. We've come all the way down here, and you can see we're right at the bottom of the Southern Barrens now, so we're making our way to the end of this zone. Got a few more things left to do yet, including, by the way, a couple of shout outs here. Thanks very much, guys. By the way, I very much appreciate all the support we're getting on the channel here, and it's my pleasure to shout out, to say g'day to those of you who have asked. And first up, we've got one here from Death Knight 1905. In fact, before we do that, there we go, let's have a bit of a dance. There you go. Death Knight 1905, who says, "Hey Sambo, I'm a big fan of your Let's Plays. I love the WoW one the most, and I saw that you made a mage and a chamois." That's right, we've got good old Seraphis here, our Worgen Mage, and of course we have Yogurt, who is our Goblin chamois. I was thinking, if you're ever thinking of making any other characters, can you make a human prot Pelly? And I also wanted to ask you, what do you think of the upcoming WoW expansion? And if I can get a shout out on your next WoW Mage Let's Play episode, that would be awesome. Hope you make some more in the future, and especially some Pelly ones. Well, look, right at the moment, my good friend, we've got no time to have any more characters. We've already got 2 here in WoW, and we're just going to leave it for that at the moment, but who knows what will happen in the future. But definitely regarding the new WoW expansion, the Mists of, well, let's say it, it's Kung Fu Panda time, Pandaria. Am I wrapped for that? I am. I can't wait. I'm really excited for that, and in fact I've just got beta access. Not that I'm going to be actually posting any beta footage. Of course, I have my little golden rule that says no beta footage on our Let's Play series, but yeah, there's so many things in that patch and expansion that I'm looking forward to. I honestly cannot wait. So there you go, Death Knight 1905. Thank you very much for your support. Got another one here from Jonathan 10ZX, and they say, "Hey Sambo, could I please get a shout out in the next WoW video for my main hunter, which is a level 63 PvPer on the server Kazaka. Thanks very much," and its name is Fistula. I think that's how you say your character's name. Anyway, Jonathan 10ZX, there you go. Big shout out to you. Thank you very much for your support. Got another one here from Lynch 8Man, who says, "Hey Sambo, can I please get a shout out on one of your WoW Let's Plays?" You most certainly can. I've been watching your videos since episode 6 of your Let's Play on Seraphis. Gosh, that's a long time. Thanks for coming along on the ride. I have a tune on the same realm as you. Oh, well there you go. Also, I got the My Little Companion add-on, and you're right, it is really cool. There you go, you can see, where is he? Or rather, where is she? Derp. There we are. Hello, Derp. How's it going? Off in the corner there. Goes on to say, "Hey, my toon is a demonology warlock named Ophelio. Thanks very much for the Let's Play." No problem there, Lynch 8Man. And you know what? One of my very first toons was a warlock as well, and I absolutely adore warlocks and WoW. Although, no doubt you've seen in the Mists of Pandaria, they've changed a whole bunch, so I can't wait to check out what they're like once the expansion goes live. Got another one here from Pac-Man Samuria, and they say, "Hey, what laptop are you using? I'm thinking of getting an Alienware, and also can I please get a shout out and ask everyone to check out my channel? Thanks very much." Well, look, I don't actually use a laptop for the Let's Play series, although I do have many of them, but if you're wanting to check out my specs of my PC, they're linked on my main YouTube channel page. And Pac-Man Samaria, I'm assuming that's your YouTube channel name, so folks, if you'd like to go along and check that out, that's his name. Thanks very much for your support. Got another one here from the Magnus 1, and they say, "Hey Sambo, just a tip, You'll probably know it already, but if you press Shift J, it will bring up the raid finder. And also, could I please have a shout out? You certainly can. And if I press Shift J on here, it actually brings up the dungeon journal. And there you go, it's got dungeons and it's got raids. So it's not actually the raid finder when we're at this level, it's actually the dungeon journal. But that's just as good because we love this. And of course, I've taken you through this before, guys. It's an absolutely awesome resource if you don't know how to run a dungeon or what its bosses do. All the information is there. So for new players to the game or players who are running dungeons for the first time, this is an invaluable resource of information. So thanks for reminding us of that there, the Magnus one. Good to hear from you, and thank you very much for your support. And finally, we got one here from the Portable Turtle. Oh, I do like that name. That's a very cool name. Hey, I love to watch your videos and I'm looking forward to more. Would love a shout out on your next WoW episode too. Thanks very much, the Portable Turtle. Well, guys, there you go. It's a pleasure to give you guys a shout out, and in fact, let's have a cheer.
Great job!
There we go, great job indeed. Thanks very much for your support, and as always, if you'd like a shout out on one of my videos, all you need to do is ask. You don't need to subscribe, you don't need to like, you don't need to favourite, you don't need to do anything, you just need to ask. And speaking of asking, I think we've got some asking to do of Maka here of the Earthen Ring and handing in some quests. Let's get right into it, folks. There we go, Blood of the Barrens, and you might remember in the last Seraphis episode we were collecting these blood shard trinkets. We've got all of the ones that we need, 6 of them there. Let's hand them in. She says these are blood shards. They used to be found all over the Barrens. It said they were formed from the blood of a Gamagan, the great demigod that the Quillboar sprang from. I knew the Quillboar prized them, but nobody would think they'd take the time and care to carve them like these. There may be more to learn here. Interesting, there may indeed. Let's see what she says. The echoes of a Gamagan. I think the Quillboar are being driven by more than just crude desire. Would you help me look into this further? Why, of course we will. She says, to the west, scattered amongst the Quillboar's settlements and camps, I've noticed a few boar skulls. They gleam from a distance, polished, smooth, distinct from the remains littered in their waste piles. I think these may be objects of worship. Bring me several of these to examine, Seraphis. We will do that indeed. You can see that she's asking us to collect 3 polished boar skulls. We'll absolutely do that. Thank you, Maka. And look at this, feeling thorny. Mancrick's furor over his dead wife raises further concerns, mage. Now, folks, come on. Mancrick. Surely you guys know about Mancrick. If you don't, shame on you if you've been playing WoW. If you're a veteran Southern Barrens player, you'll know all about this. In fact, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you know about it? There you go. There's a question for this episode. Let me know in the comments below. What do you know about Mancrick? There you go. That'll let you show off your old school skills in the Southern Barrens. Here we are. The Quillboar in Razorfen Crawl are far more ruthless and full of hatred than Mancrick could ever imagine. You should travel south there and speak with my old friend Old Stonespire. He works to put an end to their rampage before the land suffers more in its already weak condition. Speak to Old Stonespire is the name of that quest, and in fact if we have a look on our map here, we'll expand it so you can see what's going on. Now actually that's not going to show up on our map. Why is that? It's because it's actually in Razorfen Crawl, and the best way to do that, by the way, is have a look at it down here in the quest log, and let me put that in the sky so you can see what I'm talking about. There we are, and you can see it's called Feeling Thorny. Now notice that the icon for it, I hope you can see that by the way on the YouTube video, you can see it's a different color. It's kind of like grayed out just a little bit. What that means is that it's not in the area or the zone we're in. Now if I click on this though, there you go. Look at that. It actually brings up the Razorfen Crawl map. Now what that means is that's inside a dungeon. So that's actually a cookie crumb quest sending us to that particular dungeon. And of course, again, if you're a veteran of WoW, you'll know all about this dungeon. Lots and lots of fun. A little bit difficult to get to if you don't use the dungeon finder. In fact, that was half the fun back in the old days. There we go, a quest for there. Now speaking of the dungeon finder, let's have a look what we've got in here. If we look in our specific dungeons, now I've been a naughty Sambo, you can see here we've got a couple that actually expire at level 40, and we've only got half of our XP bar to go before we hit level 40. That is Razorfen Crawl and Moradon, the Wicked Grotto there. Now those two need to be completed before we hit level 40 if we want to use the random dungeon finder. So I'm not too sure we're going to make it for both of those. I hope we do, because of course throughout this Let's Play series I'd love to show you all of the dungeons. Of course, if we do miss out, if our questing takes us through to level 41, we'll have to skip those for now, and we'll still be able to go into Moradon, or Moradon, however you say it. Lots of people pronounce it different ways, because you can see we'll still get in there into a different area of it called the Foulspore Cavern as opposed to the Wicked Grotto. So either way, we'll definitely get to see Moradon, but Razorfen Crawl is something that we may miss out on. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Of course, it's always my best intention to try and do them all. Never mind though, you know what? If we do miss it out in our early days here at level, doesn't mean we can't go back manually later on in the series. So don't fret. If we do skip these now, we will come back to them later. Why is that? Because we'll be able to tell by going into our achievement list here, and of course you know how much of an achievement hog I am, and I never want to leave anything out. If we miss it, we'll come back and we'll always know, because we'll be able to come here to the classic section of the dungeon section in the achievements list here, and you can see here it is, Razorfen Crawl. That will still be grayed out, and we'll always be referring to this great big list here of instances that we haven't done, so never fear. Alright, I think we've got another couple of quests. Here we go, one to hand in from Dawn Red Earth here. What's he got to say? Firestone Point, what? Little Logan thinks I might need protection. It's me doing the protecting. Yeah, thank you very much, Dawn. The Quillboar here are poised to rampage. They've choked off the entire south, and we're the only thing standing in their way. I bet that's the case indeed. See, we're getting Earthen Ring wrap there, by the way, which is good. We need that later on in the late game. Any that we can get now is very good, especially, by the way, when we're questing through the Burning Crusade content later on. Alright, he's got a quest for us here called A Growing Threat. A moment there, Mage. We've got more problems here than just the end of the world as we know it. I don't know, that kind of sounds like a big problem, Dawn, but anyway, our vigil here is threatened by the Quillboar. We've been content to leave them be when they stay in the crawl, sure, but every day they pass further and further out towards our camp. Maka, bless her green heart, and that's her over there, wouldn't ever forgive me if I went out bashing heads in myself, but if you could help drive back those that were wandering near the camp, I'd appreciate it. Kill a 13 Razormane Quillboar. We can absolutely do that. What's it called? A growing threat. Let's have a look. So that's just out here outside of the camp. That should be nice and easy. And you can see we've also got Torna Sky Chaser here. I think she's got a quest for us. Let's have a look and see what she has. In fact, let's listen to the Tauran female voice. I absolutely love it. Here we go.
Ah, I've been expecting you.
And what a classic line for her to say as well. Ah, I've been expecting you. I love that line. So many awesome memories. Gosh, can I just say, I love WoW. Seriously, I love WoW, and I can't wait for the expansion. Hurry up and get here. Alright, this is called The Disturbed Earth. We are here to monitor the scars of the land and watch for further signs of instability. And of course, she's referring to the Cataclysm. While we haven't seen any yet, a cataclysmic aftershock could devastate the Barrens even further. To the northeast, near the chasm, earth elementals rampage out of control. To soothe the earth, these need to occasionally be destroyed and their essence returned in a ritual. If you help us do this, Mage, I'd be happy to reward you. Well, I think we'd be happy to do that indeed, Torna. Collect 4 Disturbed Earth fragments from Disturbed Earth elementals. Nice and easy, we hope. And there we go. Where are they? Oh, they're just up here as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll find the nearest one, which apparently is digsite status. That's what we need to do. And you can see there we have to locate Marley Twinbraid outside the Bael Modan Excavation in the Southern Barrens. Let's just check on the levels of all of these. And yeah, that's good. You can see here that's level 34, where the other stuff I've just got is level 35. So I'd rather get the level 34 stuff done and out of the way. Now, I did promise one of our viewers in the comments recently that we'd use our Running Wild ability, which is of course our native Worgen racial mount, and we haven't used that for a while. So there you go, we are now running wild. That's what it looks like. That is us, and we're going to head over here to this Bael Modan dig site. Now, if again you're a bit of a veteran of the Southern Barrens, this will be a very familiar site to you. There we go. We've got the Excavation Raiders down there, and they're causing lots of problems. So what we're going to do, no doubt, is clear them out. Let's head up top here, up to this ramp. No, let's fall off. Okay, how many of you guys do that every time? In fact, you know what? There we go. I'm going to just run up normally because it's too easy to fall off. Seriously. Right, here we go. Marley Twinbraid.
What's on your mind?
There we go. Dig site status. Father sent you. He worries too much. There's nothing here I can't handle, but I'd still appreciate your help. By the way, don't you love the dwarven laugh? It's so infectious. So cool. All right, hands off me, dig. Look at the chaos down there, Seraphis. I've instructed the four men to save what artifacts they can. Who knows what treasures these tauren animals are likely to make off with. Can you help get a handle on things? Kill the raiders and save what artifacts you can. While you're at it, look for my missing tools. A few quick repairs and I can get this flying machine here up and running again. Oh, that's very interesting. Look at that. That actually highlights as a Bael Modan flying machine. So no doubt at some point we're going to probably have a quest to fly in that. Alright, so we have to kill 8 Excavation Raiders, rescue 5 Bael Modan Artifacts, and acquire Twinbraid's tools in the Bael Modan dig site. There we go, no problem, Marley. Got another one here. Feegly The Exiled. He dug too deep. Alright, that's very cool. I love the way these new quests, by the way, show the named mobs that you need to go get. It's very cool. And he's one ugly looking son of a gun, if you ask me. Saddest story I ever heard told, Seraphis. Feegly was one of our fastest diggers until he got hold of that thing. The Tear of the Moons, we call it. It changed him, remade him. I wish it had stayed buried. Feegly was banished from Bael Modan, but I've heard reports he's come sniffing around the dig site again. He's suffered enough, the wretched thing. If you find him, put him down there. Put old Feegly out of his misery. Oh, that sounds a bit nasty, doesn't it? He definitely has seen more attractive days, if you ask me. Anyway, kill Feegly the Exiled in the Bael Modan dig site. There we go. So if we have a look at the good old map, you can see we've got a whole bunch of stuff here. We've got to get the, what do we got? The 8 Excavation Raiders, 5 Bael Modan Artifacts, and Twinbraid's tools, as well as Feegly the Exiled. You know what? I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's jump down here. Here we go now. Oh, by the way, I could have used slow fall there. What an idiot. Never mind. All right, let's get right into this. Let's start off by popping our Frostbolt off, and then let's do a Fireball. And again, to all the people who say, hey, Sambo, you're an arcane mage, and if we have a look at our talents, yes, that's right, we are arcane. Why don't you just use arcane, because it's the most elite and it's more powerful and you'll do DPS, and oh, I don't care, folks. I honestly do not care. By the way, here's a Bael Modan Artifact. There we go, 1 out of 5. I don't care. Why? Because we have fun using all of the other abilities. That's why. I really don't care. We're not here to be the most uber and elitist player in all of Azeroth. We're here to have fun. If you're looking for power leveling or, you know, sort of my gear score's bigger than yours type stuff, you are absolutely watching the wrong Let's Play series, and the door is over there. Goodbye, don't care. Alright, now by the way, did you notice there we opened up a chest and it had a nice blue item? Look, it's called the Black Knight, and that's a very nice one-handed sword there. And you can see it's got a chance on hit to send a shadowy bolt at the enemy, causing 41 shadow damage, and that looks awesome. In fact, it's a good looking sword all round there. Now that is going to be worth a pretty penny on the auction house, getting a few gold there, I'd imagine, and that's exactly what we're going to do with it. So let's pop it up here into our Darnassian satchel, and that'll remind us that we need to pop that on the AH at some point. This here is a quest item. This indecipherable stone tablet must mean something to somebody. Of course, that's been dug up here at the excavation site. Alright, so what are we going to do? We are going to take down some of these raiders up here, because that's exactly what we have to do for the quest. Gosh, he got him behind me there.
Ready yet?
There we go, 2 out of 8 of the Excavation Raiders slain. Let's pop off our arcane missiles, seeing as they're all ready to rock and roll. Oh, and there they go, procking again right away. And of course you can tell that by that symbol that appeared either side of my head there. You can see we're also gathering up silk cloth down here. Where is it if I try and hover over it? There we go. That's the silk cloth. And of course silk cloth is the tier of cloth that we're on at the moment. And all humanoids drop cloth, and that's good for our first aid, and of course it's exceptionally good if you are a tailor. And if you're wanting to find cloth, of course you can always get it off the auction house, but the other thing you can do is get it from any humanoids that you slay. Now I think there's another artifact over here. Jolly good stuff. There we go. Now I don't know if you noticed there, but we got another drop there, well, it's basically a stat item. It's a green, it's an enduring belt, and it's male. We can't use it, but again, that is auction house fodder. We're having a lot of luck, aren't we, in terms of the drops off the mobs? I think luck is on our side. Lady luck. There we go, another Excavation Raider. It's time, I'm afraid, for you to die. You are going to be killed by death. There you go. Alright, 6 of 8 of those slain, and we want another Bael Modan Artifact. Thank you very much. There's another one there too. Before we grab that, let's slay ourselves another Raider. Now, not to forget as well, we're also looking for Twinbraid's tools down here somewhere, so we'll keep an eye out for those. Good old arcane missiles. There we go, looting the corp. Oh my lord, will you look at this? It's another green item. Hang on, we'll just grab this here in case someone else does. I can't believe this. There we have a, what is it called? A whipwood recurve bow. That is 3 stat items that we've picked up in this session alone. Boy, lady luck, you know what? I'm going to go out and buy a lotto ticket or something like that. Anyway, there it is on us, and we'll absolutely pop that up on the auction house as well. Now, again, looking for Twinbraid's tools around here. I'd imagine there's somewhere near here. Being a forgetful dwarf, he probably left them at his campsite down here. Here we are. We're definitely chewing through this quest very quickly. Nothing wrong with that either. Alright, another bunch of artifacts here. That's going to take us to 5 out of 5. We are done. How many of these have we got? 8 out of 8 of the Raiders done. All we need are Twinbraid's tools. So we'll just knock off these 2 Raiders here. And freezing him in place so he can't hit us. As is good mage practice. And in fact that other one was frozen as well. There we go. Swift, short, sharp work of those 2. And what's that? Oh look, there's a skull on our mini-map. That up there is Feegly The Exiled. Now I'm not sure if he's... Oh, there he is, way at the end there. We'll go grab him. That's our named mob. And then of course, if we can find Twinbraid's tools, then we will have cleaned up all of these tasks here for the dig site. And I'll be a very, very, very happy little Worgen. Using blink. Oh, look at this. We've got him and we got the tools. Like I said, Lady Luck is absolutely on our side this evening. Everything is going according to plan. Of course, that could be famous last words. You never know. Oh, oh my lord. I wasn't even watching my health. Can you believe it, folks? I said famous last words, totally jinxing myself, being way cocky, way overconfident, wasn't even looking at my health. You know what? You guys have the benefit of that. I betcha you were watching the screen, screaming at the screen, going, Sambo, 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 you are going to die. Stop talking about how lucky you are. Oh, I can't believe it. Well, there you go, folks. Signature move from Sambo there. Wouldn't be one of my episodes unless I died. I can't believe that. Was so wrapped up in the fact we were doing so well with all of our questing that this guy actually killed us. You know what? It's been a long time since any mob has actually killed us. And again, this guy's only level 34. And folks, we are, let's face it, level 40. That is embarrassing, to say the very least. But oh well. You know how it is. Stuff happens. That's just the way it goes. All right, now, oh boy, you know, another thing I haven't done. That's right, conjuring up some refreshment. We are a mage, and there we go. Conjured mana cookie. You can see it restores 972 health and 1494 mana over 30 seconds. It's one of the great things about being a mage, is that we have our endless and unlimited supply of food and drink. And of course, one of these mana cookies actually provides food and drink, both at the same time. There we go. All right, Feegly, I do not like you, not one bit. We're going to sheep you for a start, just to embarrass you for killing me. There we go. Sheeped. While he's sheeped, we're going to grab Twinbraid's tools here. There we go, we've got them. And now it's time to go to town at maximum range. I'm waiting for this number here to turn red. There we go. Maximum range so that he can't hurt us. Go to town on him with our arcane blast here so that we get that buff up, that damage buff. You can see it up the top here. There we go, arcane blast. Increased by 40% damage, and there was no way he was going to survive that at all. Let's feed ourselves up just to be sure. And look at that, folks. The stars up in the background there. Gotta love WoW. Seriously, it's just one of those games. You know, a lot of people ask, they either send me a PM or indeed on the comments and say, Sambo, hey, if you had to choose, and by the way, there we go. Speaking of our people who comment, that's for you, running wild there. If you had to choose, Sambo, what game would you play if you could only choose one MMO? You know, I hate that question for a number of reasons. By the way, I'm not saying I'm angry at you guys for asking. I'm just saying that the question itself is a super tough one, because I really love all the MMOs that we cover off in this Let's Play series. And by the way, a bunch more that we don't do a series on. Things like Lord of the Rings Online, Vanguard, things like that. But you know what? I like them all for different reasons. Every single game, each one of them. By the way, it's not putting us out of combat there. Why is that? So we can't mount. That is very weird. Okay, no idea. Anyway, I love, for example, I love specific things about Rift. I love specific things about Lord of the Rings Online. I really love specific things about DCUO. But if I was absolutely forced to, like if I had absolutely no choice and I had to choose one MMO that I could go on playing, what would it be? Well, it would be this. It would be WoW. And there's a number of reasons for that, notwithstanding the fact that I've been playing it since prior to launch. So I'm just so invested in this game, and I have so many amazing, incredible, dear memories of playing with all of my friends over the years, and I would never ever want to lose those. And of course, I'm so far invested in terms of achievements on all of my other characters, and I've got 50 characters here. So again, not for any other reason other than it's the one I've played the longest and the one I've got the fondest memories of, and of course, it's an amazingly polished and incredibly content-filled game. I would choose WoW. There you go. There you have it. I named it. All right, let's have a chat with good old Marley Twinbraid here. Hands off me, dig. And you can see we've got the Bael Modan Artifacts and his tools. And there we go. How's the situation down there? When the raid started, I popped a bullet into their ringleader, Stone Spire, but they just keep on coming. There we go. My father would be proud of you, Seraphis. Now to get this flying machine up and about again. Oh, I like the sound of that.
Back.
There we go, Feegly The Exiled. Aye, it's for the best, I suppose. Yeah, well, it bloody well is the best. He killed me, mate. He killed me. Anyway, what do we got here? We've got Misery's End, and you can see that that is a one-handed sword, which is no good for us. And we got Feegly's Shroud there, which unfortunately isn't as good as the Mantle of Darnassus that we currently have. So what we're going to do is go for the one that will sell for the most, and that is this sword here, 66 silver and 59 coppers.
It travels.
There we go, and good old 2500 XP. You can see we're 4 bars away from leveling now, so you never know. Maybe if in our next episode we cure for Razorfen Crawl, we might actually get that in. We'll definitely give that a go. Anyway, in the meantime, it's another quest here. Marley's final flight. Okay, Seraphis, take these artifacts to my father and give him our report firsthand. Thanks to your help, my flying machine is ready to roll. We can fly there together and share in the glory. Talk to me when you're all set to move out. So there you go, we need to talk to Marley Twinbraid and take a spin in his flying machine. That is awesome. That is going to be a lot of fun, but that is going to have to wait till the beginning of our next episode, because we are right out of time here, folks. You know what, it goes so fast when we're playing in WoW. I do love it so, but you know what, it's all over before you know it. So there you go. Certainly hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Certainly hope you'll join me in the next one. On behalf of myself, Sambo, and Seraphis, our level 40 and 3/4 Worgen Mage, so saying take care. Certainly hope you're having a great week wherever in the world you are. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We shall see you then, and bye-bye.
Sight is our salvation.